What's up everyone, welcome back to Paint That Model. Today we're going to be looking at painting a B1 battle droid in 3 easy steps. That's right, just 3 easy steps. First we're going to be starting off with a black prime, not counting this as a step. But our first step will be followed shortly after with our base layer. This base layer is going to primarily consist of any tan light color. Here we're going with layer Ungor Flesh by Citadel. It's a great paint. I like to use this paint for a lot of highlighting as well too. You can see that in my channel as well. So we're just gonna basically get a little dry brush here. We're gonna paint over the model. Very easy method. That's what I like to show on this channel. There's a lot of easy methods that'll produce good results very quickly. So here we go, we're just getting the tan color all over the model. This may take 1 or 2 coats depending on your paint and your thickness and everything like that, depending on the coverage. So if you see the black prime shining a little bit through, you might need to put on another coat. This seems to work well with me. I believe I do take another coat in. We're going to get a little zoom action going in on the B1 battle droid here, and we are going to continue to base coat it. Nothing fancy, nothing special. This kind of painting scheme is very easy, just one color. But like I said, 3 steps, so that's the first step done. This is what it looks after the first step, right? Everything's the same color. This is it dried. Total, I think you could probably paint this model in, I don't know, under 10 minutes of painting time. It's very, very simple, and that's what I want to show you guys, is how easy you can paint these models and get them on the tabletop ready to play. Okay, now we're going to go for some shading. We're going to take some Army Painter light shade, light tone. We're going to paint this over the entirety of the model. As you can see here, we're going to load up our brush and just put this over everything. And again, a few things to keep in mind when you're using shades or contrast paints or anything that likes to run in the recesses. Please, please, please don't let these pool on surfaces. These are good at bringing out the details, but over large surfaces, especially on when you're painting vehicles and things like that, contrast paints and washes, they don't act well on large surfaces, right? You got to make sure they don't pool up. You got to clean your brush off with water and then mop it back up, the paint that is, so that you're not letting the paint sit there and creating pools, and then it'll look terrible. So trust me on that one, you don't want to do that. So that's a fun little tip for you. By the way, this is 3 steps, but there will be an extra little tip for the people that stay to the very end, so keep that in mind. Here's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure it's not pooling up, like I said, just working it into all the recesses, all the cracks, all the crevices. And this is step number 2, basically done at this point. And step number 3 is a final step, very easy one, and that is we're going to be taking some Black Legion contrast paint. Any kind of black paint will work. This is a contrast paint specifically, like I said before. Same thing goes, don't let it pool up too much, but black's not too bad because it's well, that's what you really want to do to get the contrast out of it, right? Go into the recesses. But we're just going to be coating his blaster here. So that's the only thing that's going to be black on this model. Then after that, we're done. After that, we are done. We're going to be taking our black here. Probably picked the wrong size paintbrush to do this. But that's okay, we get it done in the end. And there we go, the blaster is pretty much covered now. I think that's ready to go, and this is kind of your final product here. Needs a little bit more drying time. As you can see, the shade's still a little bit wet. I want it to be efficient here. But you know, you can paint these things up. You can get batch paint these specifically and get lots and lots and lots done. Okay, thanks guys, that's it. Comment, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Thank you, see ya.